What's going on, my friends? We are up here in the Rocky Mountains. I'd estimate probably around 8,500 feet in elevation. Today we're going to be foraging for some wild mushrooms. In this video, we'll see what we get into. Full disclaimer, do not use this as an educational video. I am not responsible if you guys eat a poisonous mushroom. This is for entertainment purposes only. With that being said, let's go find some mushrooms. Something about just wandering through these woods. Makes you feel a little isolated, but it also brings some peace. You guys get what I'm saying. Just stumbled upon this elk skull. So yeah, we are in mountain lion territory, so it's always best is if you come up here with someone.
Got a new staff.
Come up here with someone so you're not alone up in the woods, because yeah, there are mountain lions up here, and of course they want to stalk you and take you if you're alone.
You shall not pass. Mountain lion kill them.
Yeah, we are definitely in big cat territory. As I was saying, it's always nice to come up here with someone else instead of being alone, because yeah, of course we all know the dangers of being alone out in the woods. Just found some mushrooms, but not the kind we're looking for. If you guys know what that is, let me know. It doesn't have any gills. Well, I did find a porcini, but it's a very old one, or it looks like it's been decapitated, but you can definitely tell it's a porcini. It's all buggy right now. We're not looking for that. We're looking for the fresh ones, but that does mean they're around here somewhere. Good sign. I'm just looking, poking around this ravine right here, because I know that when it rains, all the water comes flowing down here, and that's where all the pockets of moisture like to be. In turn, maybe we'll find some edible mushrooms. This be what I was looking for? There's only one way to find out.
You got one?
Nope. Has gills.
No way.
False alarm. I did find an edible mushroom. These kind of look a little bit past their prime, but these are hawk's wings. Pretty easy for a beginner to identify. Oh, this one looks decent. Might take this home. They got these little teeth on the bottom and they look like a hawk's wings. Might take this one with me. There's a nice young one right there. I'll definitely take that one, but this one right here looks a bit old. And the bigger they get, the more bitter they get. So I'm just gonna leave this guy right here to repopulate. But we will take this one. Nice, guys. Our first hawk's wings of the season. It's gonna make some great pasta. Look at this little guy. I think this is one of those milky caps. Kind of have this orange, green, blue tinge to them. At least that's what I think this is, but like I said, if you guys aren't 110% sure of the species that you're about to eat, do not eat it. But nonetheless, they are beautiful. Let's go! Our first porcini of the trip. That's what we're after, baby. Let's go. All right, so this is how we're gonna extract this guy. I got my knife. I'm gonna go under, pop him up. Oh, what a beautiful specimen. Look at that. All right, to start off with, we're gonna clean this in the field. I got my knife. We're just gonna go ahead and scrape off all this dirt. Even got like a little guy growing right here. But it's always easiest and better if you clean them off in the field, so that way they won't dirty up the other mushrooms you have in your bag. Could it be? Oh, nope, I see gills. It is not a bleat. Fooled us. All right, Derek just stumbled into these two beautiful specimens. Look at that. Perfect.
Totally
Perfect.
chodular.
Perfect specimens. We just found a little patch just barely peeking out. Look at this one, just barely erupting over the soil. There's one, here's two, here's three. Look behind it. There's four. Looks like 5 and 6 over here. No, just 5. Oh, there is 6. All right, we're gonna leave this little guy. We're probably gonna take that guy. But successful day. Just found another little guy right here, but it looks pretty small, and we're gonna let that one grow. We'll cover him up. Give him some shade.
Damn.
Could this be?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Dude, that's a big one.
feels like it. It's tucked. I don't want to rip that out of there. I'm gonna go in with a knife. That thing feels tucked. Oh, come on, boy. Oh, let's go.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, let's go. And not that far away, we just found a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. And we got here one of the Super Mario mushrooms. Oh, there's 2 of them. It's red caps. The Amanita muscaria, or fly agaric, if I think I'm pronouncing that right. Usually you find these also next to the edible porcinis, or the king boletes. But we are not after those. Supposedly you can cook them and they make you hallucinate, but I've never done that. But good to know. And just right over there, if you see through the clearing, I spy a porcini. Let's get over there. Look at that hamburger bun. Oh yeah. We're gonna harvest that boy. How beautiful. Yeah, it looks like a pretty nice haul from today. Just when you thought things couldn't get any better, there's another one. Oh, look at that. Another beautiful one. It's got a little one growing too. Just found a couple more nice specimens of hawk's wings. I think I want the small one. They tend to taste better. Nice. Couple perfect little baby wings right here, right next to that other one I just found. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest those. I'll take that one, and I'll take that one. Let's go. Alright guys, we are out of the wilderness. Just headed back to the car right now, but successful mission. We'll see you all back in the kitchen. Welcome back to the kitchen, you guys. Today we're going to be making my famous smoked chicken wild mushroom pasta. Here are those hawk's wings that we foraged earlier. Fortunately, I just got only a small handful of them. So we're going to be supplementing them with these baby bell mushrooms. Luckily, these mushrooms taste very similar to like a portobello. They have that mushroomy flavor, so they'll work. Unfortunately, we didn't get more, but if we did, I would have used only these. All right, you guys, for step one, we got our chicken thighs all seasoned up. Just put them in the smoker. We're gonna let this go for about 2 hours to get into the first process of this cooking video. All right, it's been an hour in the smoker. I just gave these guys a flip. Yeah. If you guys are wondering what seasoning I use, I got some barbecue rub from Rib Rack. Nothing fancy. We're gonna let this go another hour. All right, you guys, it's been about an hour and a half, and they are actually about looking done at the moment. I don't want to overcook them, and we will continue cooking them in the next process anyway, so they don't have to be thoroughly cooked. We're gonna pull these off and we're gonna get to the kitchen. So, our rundown of our ingredients: we got some Italian parsley, some shallots, some Chardonnay. Here's that smoked chicken that we have earlier, the boneless thighs. Also got our Hawk's wings, the baby bellas, some heavy whipping cream, as well as some bow tie, some noodles for our pasta. I almost forgot our garlic. Gonna need that. I'll first start by showing you guys how I like to clean and prepare my Hawk's wings mushrooms. Some people are very against putting them under water, but I agree with that to an extent. I always like washing my mushrooms before I cook them, just removing the excess dirt. Some people mention that it might mess with the flavor, but I haven't noticed too much of a difference. So the Hawk's wings, I'll just rinse off all the dirt. You'll notice some of these scales, kind of like the feathers, you can actually peel those off. Definitely on the older ones, I like to peel these off. Younger ones we can leave on, but come off like so. I'll just give them a nice rinse before we slice them up. There's some little bug holes. We're gonna cut around that so we don't eat any of those. That left side looks pretty clean though. Gonna just remove the center. So here's our haul from all those Hawk's wings. I'll probably supplement it with about another bowl. Now that we got our mushrooms all prepped, we're gonna set these to the side, start working on these shallots. Got about 5 or 6 large cloves of garlic. Got some of our Italian parsley. Now that we got the majority of our ingredients prepped, we're gonna start off by boiling some water for our pasta. Start off by getting our pan nice and hot, or we'll start melting our butter. Now that we got our butter nice and melted, we're gonna add our garlic. Now that our garlic's nice and fragrant, we're going to add our shallots. Water's boiling, so it's time to add our pasta. And our shallots are starting to get nice and translucent. We're going to add our mushrooms. First start with the Hawk's wings. And then the baby bellas. We're going to want to render down these mushrooms and get all that excess moisture out of them. Give our pasta a nice stir. Alright, now that we've cooked out the majority of the moisture from these mushrooms, we're gonna add our Chardonnay. You can use any white wine that pairs well with mushrooms. I'll let that cook off. Now that the majority of our wine has cooked off, we're going to add our heavy whipping cream. And finally, last but not least, our smoked chicken thighs. Now that all of our ingredients are in there getting happy together, our pasta just finished cooking and we just strained it, and we're going to add all of this to our wonderful mushroom chicken mix. Now we're going to work this in there. Wish you guys could smell the smokiness coming off of that chicken. Smells good. Might have overfilled it just a tad with that pasta, but look at this. Just gonna let this all get happy together. It's pretty much finished. I think I just gotta add a little bit more salt, so we're gonna use some Lowry seasoning salt, which is my favorite type of salt to use. We're also gonna add some black pepper, and we can't forget about our garnish, our Italian parsley. Go ahead and mix all that in. The little bits of green Italian parsley definitely brought it up a notch and added some nice color to this dish. Let's go ahead and try one of these bow ties. Alright, you guys, there it is. A smoked chicken wild mushroom pasta. Alright, you guys, there she is. I haven't made this dish in about, I'd say 4 or 5 years, so I'm really excited. Let's try it out. Get some of these. It's definitely a hawk's wings right there. Let's definitely try some of that, some of the bow tie pasta, and some smoked chicken thighs. The smokiness that adds such an extra depth of flavor to your normal chicken pasta. I wouldn't do this any other way. But as always, I'm gonna enjoy this meal. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next venture.